Hold them up. Whoa!
Welcome back to Chopper Test Kitchen. This episode was voted on by all of my Instagram followers, and you guys decided you wanted lobster rolls. So we're doing the real deal. This is the most horrifying day of my life. I wanted to try to... Jesus. Wanted to try to do what I've read is the most humane way of dispatching these guys, and you just kind of stab them in the back of the head and then cut their face in half, but I had enough of a problem even getting them out of the bag onto this little tray.
Did you just move it? Did you poke its eyeball?
What if I can't catch them?
You can. I'm sure you can.
Do you think they're fast? I need better gloves. Oh, that guy's just sitting there staring at me.
Oh, just pick up his body. Because they can't clip you.
Yeah, but I know there's still bugs. I quit the show. Oh, he is not happy. They're all moving now. So we're just gonna throw these in some water and hope that their screams don't haunt me for the rest of my life. I don't feel good about this. I already don't. Hopefully they taste good. Okay, the moment of truth. Sorry guys, I don't know how I'm gonna get them into this pot. I have no idea how this is gonna work. Our water is boiling. We need salt, but we want it like ocean salty. All that salt. So these are like 1.5 pounds. You want to do like 4 minutes per pound. So if I manage to get these into the pot, we'll set a timer for 6 minutes. Oh, I almost had him.
Oh my god.
Just reflecting on what I just did. I do not feel good about that. Yes, any animal rights complaints can be directed to traveler@nowboardingradio.com. Feel free to send a note. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for. Red, tails curled up. Let's get these out of here. There we go. Our lobsters. That guy's still...
What?
Oh, I thought it was twitching. Now it's time to start breaking these guys down. First, we're going to separate the tail from the body and make a mental note to do that over your scrap bowl for the next two. Next up, we're going to remove the 2 front claws and then all 8 of the legs. Then we're going to slice down the middle of our lobster tail and butterfly it to pull out the meat. Next up is the claw. First we're going to separate the knuckle and then gently twist this little guy and pull so that the cartilage is supposed to come out. I promise I went 5 for 5 on the next ones. Then we're going to lay this guy down and with the back of the knife smash it in there and twist so that we can crack the shell open and hopefully get the meat out all in one piece. Same thing with the other claw, and much better this time. For the legs, we're going to snip each side and then gently, using a rolling pin, squeeze out the meat that's inside. It's definitely not pretty, but we've got 2 more of these guys to do, so clean off your board and start all over again. Now that the lobster is broken down, we can finally start making something 4.5 minutes into this video. I want the lobster to be the star, but I do want to add a little bit of color and crunch. So we're just going to eyeball about a bunch of chives, 1 celery stalk, the juice of half a lemon, about a 1/4 cup of mayo. Mix that up and give it a taste for seasoning with some salt and pepper. And then we're going to throw this guy in the fridge and let it hang out for a while. And to go with our lobster, we're going to make our own potato chips. I've got these baby Yukon Gold potatoes. They're gonna make just the cutest little potato chips you've ever seen in your whole life. And we're gonna slice these up on the mandolin and then season them with Old Bay. And the last thing we need to do is just toast up some split top hot dog buns in a pan with a little bit of butter. So to assemble, we've got our toasted hot dog bun. We're gonna add a very controversial piece of lettuce and then load this guy up with some lobster. Oh, excuse you. So here we are with our lobster roll. It was a long and crazy journey, but we made it. We've got Erin and 2G from Oscar Mike here to judge. These two, I think, go to Maine every year, at least once a year. Mm-hmm. Love lobster rolls, so this is as close as we've gotten so far to actual experts eating this food, so it makes me even more nervous. Let's just go for it. We've got lobster rolls, homemade Old Bay chips, and we're drinking it courtesy of Ryan over at Beer Bones. We've got our Sun Wizard Farmhouse Ale. He tells me it would pair nicely with a lobster roll, so we're taking his word for it. Let's dig in.
I can't wait. Looks
My gosh.
delicious.
For starters, I would just like, look at the grilling, the toasting of the buns. I'm salivating, pardon me. The chunks of lobster meat in this are cut perfect. One of my biggest pet peeves, Erin, when we go to Maine, is you order a lobster roll and half of it is like the claw. There's just like a big piece.
Yeah, big chunks of meat.
Big chunks of meat. This is much more palatable. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Thank you.
Bennett, what do you think? Does that look good?
No, I don't like it.
You failed. Cut.
More for us. Presentation. It looks excellent.
While she's cutting, I already had the first bite. I got the crunch where I wanted the crunch. We were talking previously about the controversy of putting a little lettuce on the roll. I'm glad we did. I'm ready with a number. And I believe I will be breaking my own personal score record. I'm going 4.6. Ooh. It's the highest I've ever, and I haven't even gotten to the chips yet.
Okay, so I'm a couple bites in. The first thing that I do want to say, it's delicious. However, I'm going to have to disagree with Greg. I know he mentioned that he really enjoys the bite-sized pieces of the lobster meat, which is nice because, you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, pulling a big chunk out of it while you eat it or anything. But I kind of I think I might prefer the larger pieces of lobster meat compared to the nice, you know, bite size, just to get a larger chunk of meat. I would say out of 5, I would give it, only because, like I said, I like the larger pieces of meat. What's that called? The claw meat. I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Wow.
Okay.
4 out of 5.
So here we are, lobster roll, 4.6, a 4. If my math is correct, I think that's a 4.3.
4.3.
Her sister's a math teacher.
It's in the blood.
Thank you, 2G and Erin for judging, Lindsay for camera work. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out Oscar Mike. The podcast is live now. Episode 1 is out there wherever you get your podcasts. Go download and subscribe. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitter. Links are in the description. If you want to learn more about my show, 2G show, Now Boarding, you can check out nowboardingradio.com. Thank you to Ryan and Beer Bones for suggesting the drink. And again, thank you for watching.
This is what it must have been like to watch like Picasso paint or something.